live one more time under the Saturday night lights. Oh my gosh, Becky. Are you ready? We had a lot of work to do to be ready for this. Wait till the last minute, why don't we? Ha! What's up, everyone? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist. I am your North American Sybil, your messenger of God, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. This card has been like seriously fucking haunting us for like 3 days. Yeah, exactly. What's underneath it? A fucking new life, bro. That's where we're at. We're going for a new life. A new life. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I posted in my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Well, as I was getting ready to, I had just got done with all of my shit. I was going to go hit another store and get a couple more gifts, and then I was going to go pick up a log and start a fire and start this whole ceremony for the winter solstice. And I'm going to do a reading right here, teach you a little bit about what the winter solstice is. I believe it shows in this book. I know it shows in many reasons, or in many books. Protection. I think it's in the Wiccan book, to be honest. I'm going to talk about that, but also we're doing a new moon ceremony. It's very important because it's the last new moon of the year. So all beginnings start with endings. What we plant the seed today will be what we eat off of for the next year. Really? Yup. What did I turn to? The elements. Elements and quarters. No, thank you. Not death or remembrance, divorce and separation. None of that. What happened? I was getting right here, winter solstice. What you'll need. Oh God. Approximate time is December 21st. What's today? December 20th. So it's time. Ritual tools plus the regular ritual tools plus a yellow candle in a cauldron, a red, black, white candle to place around the cauldron, a bell or chimes. History. Celebration on winter solstice has been religious customs of many civilizations, particularly those on holy days revolved around the solar calendar. The Norse knew the celebration at the night of the three mothers, the mother night. This is the time when the newborn sun, the shortest day of the year, before the light begins to increase. The Earth's energy's tide turns once more. The full moon, right after the winter solstice, is considered the strongest of the entire year. So we're planting the strongest seed of the entire fucking year. What's the next full moon? The wolf moon. When does it happen? Right after New Year's. Do you understand the magic? All right, creating a circle is described in chapter 3. Then you do the circle. It tells you how to hold your cauldron, what to say, light your candles, whoop-de-whoop. Is that what you're doing? No, just popped up. I just wanted to teach you some of these. I don't know, summer solstice. This one came with all that. Full moon rituals, new moon rituals. On the night of the new moon, regular ritual items, however, use a black pillar candle for the altar instead of white. Create your circle. This isn't going to help. This isn't the book I needed. Change of the goddesses. Might not be in here. Dream journals. This has everything. This isn't it. Keep going. Really? Yeah, I got all kinds of books. Just give me a minute. I can't remember where all the information is. It's in my head. How about that? I have a whole book on moon magic. That might help. They're showing me the practical magic that we pulled out last night, and I went straight to summer solstice, so I guess we'll move on to the winter solstice. First day, Ostara, equinox, Yule. All right. The winter solstice, December 21st to the 22nd. The winter solstice, known as midwinter, or to the pagans as Yule, marks the middle of winter and is the shortest day and the longest night of the year. Marks the transition between dark and light, both emotionally and physically. It's the lowest point of the wheel in terms of the daylight and energy, and the sun rising later and the night falling earlier. And it is the time to rest, reflect, and acknowledge sadness and loss of dreams, of friendships, of parts of yourself, and conserve your energy. Now is that Three of Swords all fucking week and bullshit. And as I'm sitting here and I really don't know how to put my focus because I have to, you can't be of two minds when you're doing this type of work. I'm waiting. Why haven't you done it sooner? Well, I was doing other stuff, but I haven't got my mind right. And that's why I was trying to get my mind right last night and all day. And at the last goddamn minute, bro, there's a sign of how to, you know what I mean? Change your mind. It's almost manipulated. I feel like it's like you waited to this moment to say that. And in hopes of what? I would shut down because now you know how it works. I'm not going to shut down. I'm just going to redirect my mind and my energy and my love. It's almost like if you were paying attention, you would have known not to make such stupid mistakes along the way. But everyone made the same mistakes. Why? Because you played the same games. It's typical. It's a pattern amongst men. Self-preservation, I suppose. Because they all know that if this would end it, she's not going to deal with this. And that's what it is. And that's why a woman of my stature is nearly impossible to have in your life. And it's not because we're too good, it's that you can't be better. We're nothing but loving and understanding and accepting and forgiving. But it comes with a certain degree of integrity, honesty, and fucking loyalty that people just cannot rise to the occasion. Realistically, yeah. So as I was stuck in two minds about where the fuck this was going to go, I saw that I needed to close off one of those. And that's what I said. This is either going to bring us together or push us apart. And that's always the case. Realistically, yeah, pushing I don't know what kind of shitty ass, fucked up ass, punk ass relationships you guys are in. But my relationships are built on the challenge of growth. And if there's no growth, then you know what I mean? Then what's the point? I'm not a misery loves company type person. And that was punk ass Diana. B said she went off on her bitch ass. It's like, I know, she's such a fake ass person. She just wants to be there bringing everybody down and keep you in your down. She has no way to get up and she don't like anybody else that's on their way up. And I tried to explain it. There's hell of those people. But during this time, right, I'm supposed to be manifesting, and I was like, put your focus fully. Really? That's all I'm working on anymore. It's just mind power, bro. Anyways, moving on. Many of the Yule traditions, such as the evergreen tree brought inside as a symbol of hope of the spring to return, or the feasting celebration, or gift giving in honor of birth of the sun god, are traditions that live on today in the Christmas tree we decorate and present, and the presents we put under it. And we didn't get a tree today, but I'm going to go get a log and start a fire. We did go Christmas shopping today, and everybody got a new gift. The huge family meals we cook and the celebrations of birth of the Son of God. The name Yule is believed to come from the Old Norse Jol and the Old English Jehol, depending on your source. I don't know. So it comes up in there. It's in like every Wiccan book, bro. Like it's like you need to know about the Wiccan holidays. Speaking of which, it's probably in the. I know it is. It's in my witches books, my witches oracles, but I don't really know where they are. It could be in the dark cards. Let's see. I'm like, they could be in the dark cards. They're not necessarily considered darkness. Just witch stuff. Let's see. They are. So you don't want people to know that you're still you. You want people to think that you're doing better than you are, I suppose. I don't know. You know what the biggest problem with my soul tribe is? They don't have what it takes to go to the next level. And it's not something that they can find outside of them. They just have to take the time inside of them to find it. And they hate that I level up all the time around them. And they don't want me to level up without them. And there's nothing I can do about this. I've never been able to. I used to get real emotional that there was something that I wasn't doing that, for example, Bobby sent me a message today. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And all I could say is, I know. And I can't make you understand it. I can talk circles to you about it, every layer of time and existence, and none of this makes sense to you. All you're thinking about is, whatever thought is in your head. What a lack of connection on that part. Well, I did try to explain to you that all of the fucking priesthood goes out the window when I'm around him, because it's like there's not even a conversation to be had. Realistically, it's like I don't even want to explain to you what my twin flames are. You don't even fucking acknowledge that we have a spiritual connection, let alone I'm going to tell you the depths of my spiritual connection with everyone outside of you. It's only going to make you jealous, envious, angry, whatever. All right, so here's the Sabbats, right? So we are in Yule. Embolic is the first light. When does that come? I think it's in February. Really? And then there's Ostara. Ostara, Easter is built around Ostara. It's the goddess Aristara is where they took that all from. Really? So you have winter, spring, summer. But during that, we go through, during summer, we're going through through autumn or fall, we're going through 3 different that's how they break it in. They break it into 3s instead of just 1. Why? Because there's layers to this shit. It's one season, but there's the beginning of summer, the middle of summer, and the end of summer. We know the end of every fucking season is harsh, right? That's the crone season. So you have the beginning, which is the youthful, vibrancy of it. Then you have the middle of the season, which is, the mothering of the season, where it's really full of the season. And then you got the harshness of the end of the season. You know what I mean? By the end of fucking summer, you're burnt out. It was cool when summer came, but now it's oh, it's so fucking hot. Same with winter. Geez, this has been the longest winter of my life. Realistically, have you paid attention? Not around here, bitch. Not around here, bitch. Ours is about to start. Realistically, yeah. Yup, the bitch is coming. What is it? The end of winter is winter for us. In other places like the Midwest, once winter, once it starts according to that wheel, right? So where's Sahame? That's fucking October 31st. We get our first snow usually the week of fucking Halloween or around Halloween, or at least some kind of frost. When we get ours, that's when the rest of the fucking, the Midwest and all of that shit gets frozen. And they stay frozen through all of this until embolic. Do they start to at least see some sun? Why? I don't know. They're closer. It's all geographical. They're all closer to the fucking cold shit. Realistically, yeah. And that's how that works. So you can really catch the seasons. It's this is the beginning of winter. And I was so confused when I moved to California. I'm like, no, this is the beginning of winter. They're like, no, winter doesn't come till later. And realistically, it doesn't. Our real winter doesn't come till January. And that shit hits. Yep. So here we are in Yule, which is what, December 21st. So our winter gets towards the end is when it gets harsh. But they just stay cold. Pennsylvania, fucking Michigan, fucking all that shit, Ohio and shit like that. Anywhere around the Great Lakes, they stay cold from fucking October to fucking May. Really? Oh, yeah. We spend all winter climbing back up to the 60s. And then once it gets to 60, 70, then we get, it drops. We get one of those drops. Really? It's pretty fun. If you have the clothing to keep up with it. But pretty much you go outside and it's 30 degrees. And then by the middle of the day, it's 65 and breezy. But then the sun goes down by 4:30 and then it's back to 45 degrees and freezing. It's a fucking roller coaster. And it's you expect the people to be stable when the weather isn't. We ride with the waves of the weather. Really? We're that Cat Williams joke for real. You can experience all 4 seasons in the 4 corners of this state. For real? Oh, for sure. For sure. Anyways, moving on. So this is what we're supposed to do. I still didn't find a book that explained the whole Yule fucking log bullshit. Really? I didn't. But that's what we're supposed to do. And the new moon. Did it work?
I put it on extra dim on accident, so I look like a ghost.
Okay, that's
But it's
cool.
okay.
Well, you're gonna have to experiment with it before you get it right.
Yeah, because it has 3 different modes for the lighting you're in.
See what I mean?
And I put it on extra dim, and it was an extra dim.
I'm trying to find a book. Give
Hey,
me
you
just a
dropped
minute. I'm looking for the moon book. Where's that book gone? Sorting, Revelations. I feel like it should be over here with magical workings. The goddess. Here it is. Like, what are you talking about? New moon ceremonies. What did I turn to? The waning moon. No, new moon. Moon and astrology magic. Nope, we're not working. But worried about that right now. This is a new moon in Sagittarius, if that makes any sense. So you're full of adventure and you're supposed to be dreaming bigger. Advanced natural moon magic. What the fuck? Creating? No, must be in the beginning. Sabbats, covens, da. Shut up. Really? I'll be getting so mad with these books. They be talking about so much shit. The Maiden, which is the waxing moon. Runes, the crone, the waning moon. I just went through all this. Where's the new moon? Full moon? Come on. What was that? Jingle jangle? You're jingle jangling over there. Shortcuts, full moon. Oh, that's cool. Let's hang them. I hear the bells. Hey, look, it's Santa Claus. That could be very much. Those are cute. What's on top of them? Those are cute. We needed to ring a bell, so we're supposed to do that tonight. I guess you brought us the bells. Bells will ring while they're glistening. I guess we're supposed to sing some fucking holiday toony tunes, huh? Some Looney Tunes. Come on! Where in this book is it? How does a witch, folk, wiki, whatever. Physical, waning, advanced magic. Come on, this is stupid. Symbols of the goddess, moon phases, moon correspondence. There's a new moon, tarot divination before it's. Come on, bro. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking. Nobody ever does. Just sit down and shut up. Take notes. Maybe some of this will enter your head. Told you. I knew he had. I never know what the fuck he's talking about either. So he's talking about some stupid shit. Moon set from noon to dark. Maybe channel 91. 85. Nope, 91. Moonrise to moon set. Nope. Spending meditation and moonrise. I'm not staying out there all that time. Dark moons to new moons. That's what we're doing. What? It's the darkest before the new. The lady of the night is not visible with the naked eye and approaches the moment of total darkness. It lasts for only seconds. Ever turning, she starts her ancient cycle once more. We can know when this time occurs by consulting astronomical calendars. Blah, 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 blah. New moon has always been seen as a time for fresh starts and new beginnings. Many cultures that still adhere to the lunar calendar honor new moon with religious rites and festivals or with divinations, offerings, symbolic magic. I have some of my offerings together, but not all of them. Really? What do you got? Fucking tuna. I have this crazy ass kind granola shit. There's these fucking breads and all of this nuts and shit. I always have all that shit, bro. Really? Yeah. They give it to me and I collect it until this time comes. All right, moving on. Offering symbolic magic to ensure prosperity in the month ahead. That's why we do this. We plant new seeds in the new month, right? For the month ahead, so that by the full moon we have something to eat on. They welcome her as a sign in all universe, that all in the universe is good and well, and that for at least for another month life will go on happily and onward. The most evident example of lunar worship is the new moon in the west has been carried on monthly for over 5,000 years by Jews. Hey, is that where I get this from? Jesus was a Jew, just so you know. So as I go to do this, right, I'm going to start a fire and somebody's going to be like, you can't do that. Said it's a religious practice. Today is the pagan holiday called the Solstice. I have the right to religious freedom, don't I? End of conversation. Before the Roman occupation of their homelands, on the day of the new moon, known as Rosh Hodesh. Hey, I've seen Ali fucking post something about this before. You're not Jewish.
Happy Hanukkah.
I'm so confused. I don't know what you are. Jews brought free will offerings and sin offerings to the temple as a way of saying they wished to attain atonement for past wrongs and to seek the blessings of the deity. And that's what it is. Why do you do so many of these? Because I'm putting out a signal. First off, I'm making myself an offering and I'm opening myself up to the offering of which this month shall bring. Right? Right. They also made sacrifices that included wine and flour, similar to liberations offered at the ends of ceremonies of cakes and ale. Early in Jewish history, Rosh Hodesh, I don't know if I'm totally devouring that word, was considered a woman's holiday, and it was the women of the ceremony or of the community who made offerings and prayers to the Shekinah, the feminine half of the Creator. What am I? I'm the dark side of Shekinah. There's Lilith and the Shekinah. There's the light to the dark. So am I the Shekinah? Yeah, on my best day. Let's see. Jewish still use the lunar calendar and continue to practice the holding special worship at the new moon. So priests and priestesses alike honor this day. No, it's not Christmas. We honor that too, but he wasn't born on that day. They took this whole holiday to harness the Yule season energy. It's the same reason that they put that. I don't even want to get into all this. The focus of their worship now is a male Judeo-Christian God, and in many synagogues, women are forbidden to participate in any of the rituals. However, the remnants of one of the old prayers of greetings in her retains the flavor of honoring a mother rather than a father figure. The following, by contrast of the dark moon has not always been seen as a time of positive power, but as one of negativity during which the dark forces of the night can roam. And that's what they considered Lilith. She was the goddess of the dark, obviously. The Shekinah in the dark. And that's what you don't understand. I'm still loving in the dark. It's God in the dark. You don't understand. I always say that. I am God's first creation of himself in the feminine form. I am God's goddess. Adam was God's God. Why did we not have the same powers? Because he didn't cling to God like I did. I refused what God asked me to do with Adam, but that only made my connection to God closer. And for that, I didn't cling to mankind, and that's why he brought me here now. Realistically, yes. I was never of this world. This is easy for me not to fucking fall for the temptations of this world and laugh at everyone that does. Because that's all I've ever done. That's all I've ever done is the temptress. Watch this. They're going to fall for this stupid shit. And they do. And then what? And then they're fucked. Why? Because they should have known better. Told you, God. They're not good people. Is that between me and you? Or your temptations and your inability to be a righteous person, not knowing what is the right thing to do? That goes back to Bobby. You think that this was right? What you did was right? You're right before God? Or you're right before your wife? Or you're right before me? What the fuck makes you think you're doing anything right now? I forgive you because that's what I'm very Christ-like, but I'm pretty sure the rest of the universe isn't so very forgiving. Moving on. When women begin to subjugate the patriarchy, blah, 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 Many witches who conceded to working magic on the waning moon will absolutely not work on the dark moon. They feel that this time will pose some danger to them. Be assured there is nothing to fear in the darkness, it merely another aspect of the light of the triple goddess whom we worship. To deny ourselves access to the power of the darkness because of the medieval notion about evil forces and Halloween witches with wart-covered noses and pointy hats. Hey, I love my pointy hats. Is to give up part of the goddess-given heritage. If you buy onto this and avoid that, remember that guy? What was that guy's name? God, it was when I did a ceremony. What was it? It was a mother wound. I was sealing mother wounds. That's how I met Chris. I went to my old neighborhood and I did a ritual there. What was his name? It started with an E. I can't remember. Ephraim. And he was like, "You're a whole witch." I was like, "Look at me. I'm dressed in pink. I'm a goddess, bro. I'm praising to God." So, nah, you're a witch, bro. You're a witch, bro. And this was before I had claimed myself to be a witch. I was a goddess before I realized I was totally a witch. The dark goddess at that. But I was this whole conversation. He's drinking. There's out there. They brought this big-ass bottle of fucking Irish liquor and shit, and it turns in we're fucking cooking and all kinds of shit. It turns into a whole thing. That's how I met Chris. Was doing magic right in front of his house. And then he remembered me, and I came to his house months later. He said he had a dream about me. He even remembered my name. And he's like, "I had a dream a couple weeks ago that you were going to come to me and ask me for help." And it was all that, bro. It was a whole spiritual meeting. Realistically, yeah. But the point of this is like, nah, bro, I'm not a witch. I'm a whole goddess. What is wrong with you? And then I turn out, it's like, bro, I am the dark goddess, bro. I am the biggest, most powerful witch you'll ever meet in all of your existence. It's funny because at that time I didn't know. The Lilith hadn't come over me yet. I was still working through the light. For sure. Anyways, avoiding the dark thinking, keeping the mind of the same medievalists who taught us to fear the dark, also told us that it was dangerous to expose oneself to the light of the full moon, for they believed it would introduce madness. You guys be acting stupid without even going out there. If you're not still convinced that magic on the dark moon is safe, I suggest you spend some time in studying. All right, so what is today? Technically the dark moon, because the new moon is on tomorrow. So we're working under the dark moon for the new moon. It's just catching it. It's sending it in through the dark and into the light. You don't understand. You wouldn't understand that, but as the dark goddess, I teach you. You have to go through hell to get to heaven. It's right here. Just go through here. Go through your dark fucking hurt feelings. Go through all of this, and there's God. And all your angels and all your dead people and everything you've ever wanted to see of the afterlife is right on the other side of your hurt ass fucking feelings. How do you think I got here? And I teach everyone how to get here. I tell you exactly what it feels like, the levels of it, what you're going to experience, and what you're going to be faced with. I do it daily because we go through hell daily. It's a daily special. All right, so I gave it to you what I could. And the whole point of this is manifesting something new under the new moon. What am I manifesting? That's where I got a little shifty because he shifted on me. He waited till the last minute, but at least you waited before I had my mind focused on you, you dipshit. Am I mad? Not really. I'm grateful. I'm always grateful for you to show your true colors, and that's DMX. Don't make me bark at you. Trust a motherfucker to show you what a motherfucker is. That's not what he said, but that's what it is. Realistically, it is what it is, bro. It's like, wait a minute. You said... I was like, wait a minute, bro. You've been playing with me the whole time. Why is he doing this? He doesn't want to let me go. Anybody. They don't want me to move on, bro. But they can't move on with me, so they try to hold me back. And it's all right, because, I mean, you're not holding me back. You're just holding yourself back. And that's where you get this misconception that while I was diddle-daddling with you, that my life wasn't going in any direction. No, while you were diddle-daddling with me, your life wasn't going in any direction. Don't be putting that shit on me. I'd be going in all directions. Listen to this. We're going to go and get a log and do this. And you opened it just to try it out. You're going to rewrap it? I like the way you move. Because I like the way you love me. We're going to pull a Metatron card. Why? Because he said so. These motherfuckers is long. After this, we're going to King Supers to get a log. Got it? I was, but then I wasn't. Dude, there was so many holiday shoppers, they killed me within that hour, bro. I know, but I don't really want to. Let's do an early morning one. Then don't be part of it. I have to work tomorrow afternoon. I think even the evening. I will. I'm going to get you something. And there's nothing you can do about it. Communication. I'm just quiet. It's like, why didn't you say anything? Because you knew you were going to let me down. It's like, why didn't you say anything? All week, why didn't you say this? Because you like the fact that I was entertaining this conversation would have never been had if you would have just said that sooner. You waited for the ideal moment to say that? Oh, dork. But at least you said it. When you lie about such little things, it makes me question everything. Do you know how irritating it is to deal with a liar? I promised I never would. I've become a lot better about it. I know you're a fat fucking liar. You can't stop yourself, and that's what's sad as fuck. Again, whatever. You can see I'm real heartbroken. I really give a fuck. I have no fucks to give. I just see it as, okay, and then what? I'll sit back and look back at, okay, well, what the fuck was that all about? What was I supposed to take from that experience? That's what it is. You take the good with the bad and you fucking move on. All right, number 5, links to the planet Mercury, which rules communication and mental powers. You're being asked to let out all that you have bottled up inside of you for so long, waiting for the right conditions and the right time to be heard. You are asked to dig deep, shatter the walls of glass you have placed around yourself, and say all that is needed to clear the air and voice your truth. So often we are afraid of the voice. We are afraid to voice what feels unspeakable. Our own true desires, wishes, opinions, and feelings. And yet by doing this, we hide the truth of who we really are. One of the most beneficial things that a baby does is learn to talk. The joy of those first words are spoken, and the ability to communicate their needs and exchange dialogue with one another is a huge gift. However, as we grow, we may learn that our voice isn't being heard and our views are not appreciated or accepted, and so we grow silent. Archangel Metatron stands ready to help you dissolve your fears. Whatever you wish your wishes are for communicating, allow this now. I feel a little sour on everyone right now. I'm trying not to be, but it's like, you're never going to grow a pair. You were taught to shut the fuck up, so shut the fuck up, bro. Just shut the fuck up, bitch. You shut the fuck up, bitch. You are some ain't saying shit motherfuckers. You couldn't tell the truth if the truth was standing in front of you. You'd still lie and say you didn't see it. An alien could stand in front of you and you'd still tell everyone you didn't see it to protect your own fucking ass. You couldn't speak the truth, dude. You can't do it because you're so fucking afraid. You're so fucking afraid of what people might say if you spoke the fuck up. So shut the fuck up. Always. Shut up. You have no power. You can't create nothing. Shut up. You're fucking useless motherfuckers. I mean, honestly, you run your fucking mouths all day long to be fucking heard and seen about nothing. You ain't got shit to fucking say. None of the shit that comes out of your mouth is truthful, relevant, authentic, or important. You're a bunch of fucking kids talking about the same shit that I heard at the last playground. It's the same fucking conversations at every fucking bar, every fucking... Shut up. I'm hearing fucking songs. Every fucking restaurant, every fucking nightclub, every fucking... Dude, it's the same fucking bullshit. They're all talking the same shit, which is nothing. Shut the fuck up. You ain't got shit to say. Nothing you say is real or important, authentic or true. You just want to talk about something you saw, something outside of you, just to start a conversation, just to be fucking heard. You're a fucking baby making noises, gibberish out your fucking mouth. Nothing you say contributes to the conversation. You just keep running your mouth to keep it going. Am I talking to him or everyone? I mean, at this point, if the fucking boot fits, then put it in your fucking mouth. My strongest ability is my ability to speak up. And yeah, it's my biggest fucking curse. It's because I can't shut up. But your bitch asses couldn't even fucking speak up. So you're just running around as some ain't saying shit bitches. Bunch of fucking mumblers. Noise. Static. Fucking fuzz in the fucking room. You hear that? Those kids are actually making a frequency worth listening to. Each and every one of them are making noises of joy and excitement, exhilaration, vibrancy, hope, and fun. The fuck is coming out of your mouth to your friends when you're sitting out there being loud? You're being loud, making fun of someone else? You're having fun at the expense of someone else? Shut up. All right. It may also be that you're waiting for an important message or to hear someone express how they truly feel about you. Bro, they're never going to tell you because they don't have the words. They don't know how to use their words. They lack communication skills. Where does that stem from? Who knows? Who cares? You can't teach a person how to speak. They're fucking grown. You could teach them how to read and to write, but not to fucking speak. Fucking Helen Keller's over here. They can't fucking hear you and they can't speak. You are open to hearing the truth without judgment, blame, or expectation. If so, ask for it now, too. Let your words be soft, gentle, and loving. If others raise their voice, lower yours. If others speak in hate, speak love back. When others feel unheard, allow them to express themselves to you. Communication is all about learning to listen. You are encouraged to use nonverbal forms of communication as well. Journal, write poetry, create affirmations, paint, play music. Expression takes many forms. Do anything that feels right to unlock your emotions and honor them. At this moment, I was all, fuck your emotions, bro. You don't even care. You don't even care about how you feel and you don't want to express it, so go fuck yourself. Really? I mean, if you don't harness this power, go fuck yourself, bro. Everybody wants to be heard, but nobody's talking about anything. It may also be that Archangel Metatron wishes to speak through you to channel his voice into your life, your home, your workplace, and your world, to allow his wisdom to be spoken through you, his wisdom of love, truth, and light to be made manifest. That's not what Metatron talks about, bro. I guess if you were in the lighter side of him, I was in the shadow side of, you know what I mean? I stood behind him in his shadow. I was a shadow of him. I wasn't one of his devotees. I stood in the shadow of what he does and watched carefully. His voice can be your voice. How does it feel to hear that? Do you speak with his love? Allow healing light blue to flow into you, fill it up to the vessel of the divine, which is what you are. When your words are in alignment with the divine truth, no harm can befall you, no judgment can come, because the one who hears it knows it is the voice of love. You are encouraged to chant, tone, and sing, and do so loudly. Who and what you are. Your voice is needed. The time to hear it is now. Let it be a force of good in this world. Your voice is unique and belongs to you. Let others hear the beauty, conviction, and strength. On page 27. You know, as I say this, it's like, Russ so badly wants to be heard. He thinks that what he has to say is so motherfucking important. Same with fucking Marshall. Leave it to fucking Kanye. It's like your words are so fucking important, right? You're spreading so much love and light. You're spreading what? Animosity, hate, fucking jealousy, fucking competition. You're just, realistically. That's what I mean. I can't even think. I would say over a year, I sat there, in recorded videos telling people to speak their truth. You know why they don't speak the truth? Because they don't know the truth. They can't say something they've never seen. They can't talk about something they don't know. Asking Bobby how he feels, you can't ever fucking know that because he takes medication and drowns his feelings so he doesn't feel. You'll never be able to tell you how he feels because he's never dealt with his feelings. At no point will he tell you how he feels because he doesn't deal with them. How many of you are the same? You don't know how you're feeling. You don't know anything. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. I'm forgiven to it. But in this, it's like, this is one of the most powerful, this is it, my ability to speak life or death, I suppose, depending on how you see it. So then it's the other part of manifestation. I have to see it. I have to speak it. I have to believe it. And I have to walk towards it or create it for it to be. Without all of that and the heart fueling this, because the heart is the only thing that can make me believe in something I don't believe in. After a while, you don't believe in this. How could I possibly believe in this? The heart is what makes you believe in this stuff you cannot see. You've seen a vision of it, but you lose that vision as you start taking your trip through it. Why? Because you're facing smoke and mirrors, other people's judgments and limitations to why this can't work. You need the heart to keep pushing you forward on it, to keep the belief up. And you have to keep speaking on it. Your words create. Abracadabra. With my words, I shall create. You're sending out mixed signals and lies and funky communications, miscommunications, dull communications. And that's why, every time Mercury retrogrades, you don't know how to fucking speak properly. You don't know how to act properly. You don't know how to do any of this anymore. You don't know how to fucking connect anymore properly. You go back to low vibrational ways of connecting.
I tried my best.
Your best is pretty good.
It's not that.
Hey, practice makes perfect, dude. The more you do it, the better you get at it. I'm really good at it. All right, so, what did I pull before this? What were we talking about? Oh, new moon and solstice, and that's it. Speaking your truth is part of it. That's the biggest, hardest part, is being able to honor how you really feel and tell people how you really feel. They might not be accepting of it, but they have no choice. When it is the truth, it's like, no, you can't deny me my feelings. You can deny what I think and what I believe, but you can't deny how I feel. No, that's not how you feel. Bitch, that's how I feel. You're going to tell me what feelings are running through my body? I'm not saying you made me. I'm not going to give you the power of saying this. I'm saying that when I'm around you, I don't feel well. So I'm going to go with that feeling and not be around you. Shit like that. Realistically, when you tell them how you feel, I ain't mad. I told you the truth of how I felt, and you couldn't deal with it. That's not my problem, that you can't accept my feelings. They're too much for you. Well, that's because your own feelings are too much for you. And that's it. That people aren't used to dealing with feelings. Why? The Matrix has taught them not to even acknowledge. So how can you be a kind, compassionate, understanding, sympathetic, forgiving type of person when you're not taught to even acknowledge your own feelings and give that to yourself? How can you give that to someone else when you're not kind to yourself? You're not compassionate to yourself. You're not understanding to yourself. You're not forgiving to yourself. You're not generous with yourself. You're not loving towards yourself. How can you give from an empty cup? But yet you go out there and try to be in relationships when you ain't got shit to offer. Because that's what it takes to be in a fucking relationship. You don't got no love. You don't got understanding. You don't got compassion. You don't got anything. What do you got? Desperation for closeness? That's called codependency. That's got you out here begging for some fucking closeness. And you can't give me what you're looking for. Energy harvester, you're looking for someone to make you feel a way that you don't feel already, and not that you could even match. You want good sex but can't give good sex. You want a steady partner but can't be a steady partner. You want honesty but you're a fucking liar. You want loyalty but you're a fucking cheater. You want a fucking homemade meal but you don't even own a kitchen. That's what it means, is be what you want. Be the partner that you want. And otherwise realize that you're only attracting fucking Russ and Jonica. You're attracting exactly what you are, baby boy and baby girl. You're never going to attract someone on my status. We're going to be repulsed by someone on your status. Why? Because you're needy and clingy and always wanting fucking constant fucking confirmation and affirmation of your existence. Nobody has time for that. You get that from God, not from your lover. Do you love me? Am I cool? Are we cool? Is everything, No, that's not what a lover is. Jesus Christ almighty.
A lover treats you like a queen.
Yes. I'm just saying, you guys got it all fucked up. And fuck it up. So the new moon, I hope that you plan for some new things. Again, that's just it. I'm gonna go. It's already getting late, so again, I gotta run up to the store and go get me a log and put it on the fire and just kind of burn that away and think about new possibilities. And those new possibilities, I'll speak on what I see and what I believe, and then it'll, I'll take the action for it to be. What is it? I'm kind of taking in everything that was into consideration, about my situation. I have no reason to stay anywhere near anything. In the last couple of days, I brought up some new locations that I never even considered, and that there's possibilities of, new beginnings outside of Denver, even though they were trying to put me in the very middle of Denver. I realized that I want to expand. I want to open myself up even more to the idea of securing a long-term relationship that's going to expand my family. I had to work through that. And of course, you put fucking thoughts like Bobby and fucking Wolfman on there, and that's really impossible to see any of this. That'll really make you fucking shut down and say that's never going to happen. And so, I had to work through that shit so that I could at least get the fears of these guys out of my way so I could at least believe in somebody. The belief in somebody is better than not believing at all. And that's what God's taught me through this whole thing. Why'd you make me believe in these bastards? You had to believe in something, or you never were going to make that type of work, take those type of, take that train. And when it comes down to it, my final destination, he will, as well as the world will know how hard I worked on myself to be ready to love him properly and be in this relationship that that God made me work so hard for. I never knew who it was I was working hard for, but I did it for myself. And the understanding that we are going to be extremely happy and completely abundant in the grace of God. And you know what I mean? Very important to his purpose and his plan of changing this world. And that's all good. But again, there's a lot of misbeliefs and limiting thoughts that can hold you back from something that wondrous in your mind. But when you know it to be true, you got to keep working at it. And that's like Benjamin Franklin, bro. I know this will work. I've seen it. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to stop till I figure this out.
I did it perfect.
That one is perfect. It looks like a CD. That looks great.
It's the squishy.
She's practicing present wrapping, if you guys are wondering what she's doing. It's her first time, and she's quite enjoying it. Anyways, with that being said, we're going to cut it short, and I will catch you guys for early Sunday Fun Day readings. We'll talk about God and the light and what they have for you. We're facing the dark. Tomorrow, somebody turns on the light, and we're in God's graces again. Then we go right back into the dark on a Monday. Really? You do this all the time? All the time, bro. Keep up. Then we're back in the dark, or we're back in the light on a Tuesday. We're back in the dark. We're in the medium of a Wednesday. Super blasted in the light on a Thursday. Back in the dark on a Friday.
You did the 6, 7 thing.
Is that the 6, 7 thing?
Yeah, you're supposed to say 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7.
She brought this cool ass fucking
Ornament.
It's could be Santa Claus, but Jolly Saint Nick is what we'll call it. And he doesn't look like the typical Santa Claus. He looks very angelic. If anything, he looks like Metatron. Really? I like him. It's very poetic that he's here on this day because it's the winter solstice and she brought him on the winter solstice with the bells. I'm going to leave it there for the solstice. Oh, and there's another bell. Here's for your solar plexus. Again, I wish you could, but I believe I know why, and just shut up. Just forget it. Until you're ready to speak the truth, just shut up. Right? Right. I'm going to take my Christmas bells and go burn my shit and think of good shit and good shit. We should get some hot chocolate and shit too when we're there. Oh, that's what we're going to have to do. Hey, I love you guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for Sunday Funday. Laters, haters.
You should put these on Anna's neck.
Oh, I'm sure she would love that. Probably not.